Guys, what up? This is Constantine, English Speaking Club, Higher School of Economics. So today we're going to discuss the questions for our next meeting, which is going to take place on Saturday, the 27th of August at 6:30 Moscow time. And we're going to discuss a fake and how you can identify it. And I will answer the questions which we will discuss. Just a reminder that these are the answers that you might use later, modify them a little bit, and just feel more comfortable speaking English during the event. Okay, so let's get started. So the first question, have you ever bought a fake product and how did you identify that? So for me, it's kind of hard to remember these specific situations. I think something might have happened when I was somewhere shopping in the outdoor market not far from my house. And I remember, yeah, I think it was like 10 years ago. So I bought some shoes which had a certain brand, but I was already suspicious that the quality was not good enough. So maybe like superficially it was more or less okay. But then, yeah, later I turned out that it was definitely a fake because the quality turned out not to be good later. So in the beginning, it seemed to be pretty good, but later, with some time after some period of time when I was wearing them, I started to notice that some parts of the shoes were falling off. The sole of the shoes was also like kind of shaky. So yeah, I decided not to wear them anymore and be careful buying stuff. Next question. Can you call a person a fake? I think that there are definitely some people who act not naturally. I mean, there's certain habits that they have when they talk to different people, certain style of speaking, and sometimes people don't want to be the way they are originally. And of course, when the person is fake, you can notice that. One of the examples could be a fake smile. When people smile, but they like I'm smiling right now. Just kidding. Like my smile is never fake, but it's pretty common in the U.S. that people make a fake smile, and sometimes it feels uncomfortable. So I totally recommend not doing this, even though it's another question whether a fake smile is a good thing. So definitely, I think one of the reasons why a person could be fake is when they want to get something from you and they don't really like you, or maybe they're trying to change themselves a little bit, or they feel a little bit insecure. So a lot of times we shouldn't judge people like this and actually communicate with them if we have to. All right, so the next question here. Have you ever had any fake friends? Again, luckily enough, I can't say that I've had this experience because honestly, most people I would hang out for a long period of time were really good people. Even though I noticed that sometimes you kind of like lose friends because your interests start to be different. So you choose traveling, I don't know, trying different new things, and some people feel uncomfortable doing that because they prefer to do things like they used to do in the past. Maybe spend some more time at home, just watch some videos on the internet, and you realize that it's not enough and you want to do some more. As for fake friends, I think some people who are pretty rich or have rich parents, they come across that when they have some money, and there's some people who are willing to hang out with them to gain some benefits, or maybe some people who get famous, and there are some people who would like to hang out just because these people are rich and famous. Okay, so next thing, do you agree with the saying, fake it till you make it? Okay, yeah, I think it's kind of like popular in the United States, and actually for celebrities, people doing business, so people pretend that they can do things better than they can, and then after a while they get some good results and they actually become really professionals. I really hate people who fake, even though sometimes a healthy risk could be a good thing because you try something new, you get challenges, and you become successful dealing with different problems. So if you don't have challenges, if you don't take this certain responsibilities, it might get impossible to become really good at something that you do. But sometimes people go too far. So one of the examples could be a company which teaches people to become businessmen, which is called business youth, or in Russian like business молодость. And like for me, just like, I really hate this concept when people teach something that they can do, but at the same time teaching that they become better and they use their company as an example of a successful business, which is based on teaching people how to run business. So it's kind of like crazy, like ridiculous idea. I can say that to a certain point I might feel this way just a little bit, because like teaching English, while you're teaching you get better at teaching and you become a professional. But I can never say that when I started teaching I had to fake it, because when I started I was already able to speak English pretty well. So even though when I started 7 years ago I didn't have, okay, so technically 6 years ago, because 7 years ago I started this English Speaking Club, so there wasn't much teaching. But 6 years ago, yeah, I started teaching, and I didn't know a lot of methodology in English, but I had an idea that if you can do something, you can definitely teach other people doing this, even though you might not really know 100% what exactly you do. But if you look at it with a microscope and break it down, then you realize that it is possible to teach. All right, so next question. When could a fake product be dangerous? The first thing that comes to my mind is toys. I remember, I think like 20 years ago, I heard some stories when toys for kids were fake, and they were made of some materials which caused some diseases or something like this. So I think that, yeah, a lot of times when people make a product, they save money on using some specific things, some components, and they save money on that. But at the same time, the problem is that the quality goes down, and sometimes it can lead to some diseases, or something might break down because of that, just because some people decided to save money on creating product and using cheaper materials. Okay, so one more question here. Is it worth buying fake brands? And this is an interesting question, because I've seen some TV shows when the hosts were showing real products like Prada, Gucci, and some other powerful brands, and at the same time they would go to a store, to a fake market, like black market, I don't know, and buy some fake stuff, and the quality was almost the same, they claimed. So they even tried to return a bag to original store and pretended that this bag was real, but they changed it and they used a fake bag. And sales clerks, they were not able to identify the difference. So looking at these reports, you just feel like, damn it, it's really worth trying fake brands and maybe like doing this research, because it was said that they basically use the same factories to produce that. So yeah, to be honest, I've been thinking about it, but I've never come across, because like you never know. You come to a fake store and you see all these fake products and you're just like, it seems good, but what if some people will identify that? So you don't have this guarantee of certain quality that they provide. That is why it's always more convenient to go to an original store and just buy stuff and be sure that the quality good enough that you won't be criticized and you feel comfortable afterwards. So yeah, I've never tried some fake brands on purpose. Maybe I was sold something like bad quality and fake, but I didn't do it on purpose. All right, and yeah, there is no lighting on the screen. All right, so one more question here. Would you notice a fake smile, and much more? I think a fake smile is really noticeable, because you can look at the person's eyes and you can see that the eyes are dead. So I remember there was an interview by a very famous actor who played Batman. I actually forgot his name. Who played Batman, who played in a lot of movies, and he also played in the movie American Psychopath. Psychopath. And he noticed that, well, he said that this image was inspired by Tom Cruise, whom he saw during a talk show when he was like smiling, with his eyes were like dead, you know. So yeah, and I think that like eyes is one of the biggest indicators, like when you can see if the person is kind of like not interested in having fun, but at the same time, a person has to smile. So there's a great source of energy, and you can identify this kind of people. All right, so these are the main questions that I wanted to share. So yeah, be prepared, and I'll see you on Saturday. So invite your friends to this club, share this event on social media, and I'll be really happy to see you on Saturday so we can talk and discuss these questions together. I'm sure that these things were not spoilers, and you can definitely come up with more interesting ideas using your knowledge of English and applying some grammar that you've been studying. So see you guys on Saturday, and have a great week.